Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to show you how I create massive ferns with a set it and forget it type system that allows me to create a classy and relaxed vibe on my front porch. If this helps you, please consider liking and subscribing. Thanks. Also, if you have any other tips, please consider leaving them in the comments. I'm always open to learning new things and I feel like we can all learn from each other. Thank you. First, I'm reusing this basket that my brother welded for me. It had begun to rust out. I've used these baskets since we moved in here, so probably since 2018. So 7 seasons I've gotten out of these baskets, and they're holding up great. Also, this year I put on these new chains, new hooks to get a few more years out of them. Another thing I do, instead of replacing the cocoa core liners in these baskets, which is about $50 at Home Depot to replace, I use burlap. I got these rolls off of Amazon, and it has saved me a lot of money. This is my third season using these rolls of burlap. I bought 2 rolls from Amazon and have gotten a lot of years out of them, doubling up and for 6 baskets each. So you go ahead and you measure out for your basket. Okay. I press it down so that we can be sure when the soil goes in that it's going to fit. And then I like to double up on it so that it's just a little bit stronger. Go ahead and trim that. And once it's in place, I take the zip ties and I secure the burlap to the basket itself. We live in a very windy area, and there are times after storms that we will have had the baskets on the ground. Yes, I probably should take them in, but with 5 kids, I don't often think of that. So anyway, secure the burlap to your basket. I suppose you don't have to if you don't want to. I just feel like it's another step for me to provide extra security. Next, I place a Walmart sack in the bottom. This helps with keeping some of the moisture in. I like to put a few holes in it so it does drain, but it does hold moisture in a little bit. So again, if you have any tips, please feel free to share how you keep moisture in yours. I use Miracle-Gro potting soil. I have found that it does actually feed 4 to 6 months, as it promises, and then I don't have to think about these anymore. So I like that aspect of it. So anyway, you fill your planter with your potting soil. I like to go about 1/3 of the way up, covering the Walmart sack at least, so that I have space to get the fern in, and then I fill in the space around it with extra potting soil. Now, I got these ferns at Walmart. They say $14.88 on the tag, but I was able to get them for $9.98, which was awesome. So we had some savings there. Just remove the hanger. I like to grab it and just lift it up and gently pull it out of its container. You've got some extra soil down there. Okay, so you're going to place it in a container. This is still a little low. I'll just use some of the soil that they have left. You don't want to waste. See if that raised it up to a good height. Oh yeah, that's great. Okay, so now make sure you've got it centered. press it down and beginning filling the sides with soil. Press it down gently as you go. You want firm contact with the root ball. I know these ferns start out small, but by the end of the season, they'll probably be about 5 foot across. I'll be sure to post some pictures of past seasons to show you. It's amazing how they work out like that. To get them to that size, though, you need certain circumstances, if you will. For example, my porch sits on the east side of the house, so we get morning sun, which is perfect for ferns. That's where I would position them, or even the north side, so where they're not baking in the sun all day long. Ferns also need consistent moisture. So you're going to want to cover the soil to help retain the moisture that they do get. And I like to put mine on a drip system. This is the drip system right here. I got this one last year. It is a B-Hyve drip system from Orbit. It is Bluetooth and it has been amazing. Very easy to program so that I don't have to think about making sure that my ferns get watered. And it was probably, I think it was probably $50 or so from Amazon. So yes, there's a little bit of upfront cost, but it's, since you can use things year to year, it's kind of minimal. And to keep my burlap in without it flopping back out, I did use a zip tie and just kind of stick it down as a little pin to hold it in there. That works just fine too. The drip system that I have is from Drip Depot. They have a hanging basket option. It's really nice, really affordable. And I just kind of tacked it along my porch here. It is paintable, so at some point I will paint it white, but the black water spigots, if you will, they do not, drip tubing, that's what it is. They do not, you can't see them from the road. So it's really nice. It blends in very well and they do a great job. And I have used this multiple seasons and I have not regretted it once. All right, here you can see the B-Hyve faucet timer in action, and it's hooked up to the drip system, which is this area right here and this area over here, which goes along the side of the house and then up the porch to feed the fern hanging baskets. You can see it working right there, and I just kind of set that into the middle of the fern, and It waters all season long on a timer that I prescribe, which is usually about 15 minutes every other day, and it works great. And yes, I know I need to tack that back up. So I just finished 3 of my planters and I ran out of the burlap from Amazon that I had been using for the past several seasons. So that was fine. I knew it would run out eventually, but I went up to JoAnn Fabrics. They are going out of business, which is super sad, but I was able to score a lot of burlap for $4.41. Let me show you. Okay, so as you can see, the one on the top, that actually matches what I've got going on. So hopefully I can get the last 3 baskets out of that. But all of this burlap will be used next season. Look at that, $4.41. So talk about saving money there. If these tips helped you, please consider liking and subscribing to help my channel grow. Thanks. Okay, well, that'll do it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and be sure to look out for my update video mid-season and then finally post-season. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.